everybody, I'm Sue Ellen Clayton. Welcome to my channel where we'll be learning the tarot cards one card at a time. Today's card is the second card in the deck, the Magician, which is number 1. I'm using the Rider-Waite tarot deck and you'll find the link below in the video. I've also linked to the many books I've used for my research. In this video, we'll discuss what this card means when it appears in a reading, the symbolism of the Magician card, the meaning of the Magician when it is upright and reversed, including some examples from my life, and at the end I'll provide you with some questions to help you better connect with the Magician. So let's get started. In this card we see a magician standing with his right hand holding a wand and pointing it toward heaven. His left hand points towards the ground. There is a yellow background, and he has a lemniscate, which is an infinity symbol, over his head. He's wearing a white robe with a red mantle or shawl. His belt shows a snake eating its own tail. And on the table we see all 4 suits: pentacles, cups, swords, and wands. And he is surrounded by flowers. The Magician is the conduit between source energy and the physical world. This card is about power, creativity, determination, magic, and taking action. It shows that it's time to use all of your resources. Magicians have a lot of self-control, self-confidence, and skill. They are master manifestors, so this card is also about manifesting your desires. Let's look at the symbols on the Magician card. First of all, the background is yellow. This refers to someone who is bright, sunny, and easygoing. The way he is standing is that his right hand is pointed towards the heavens and his left hand is pointed toward the earth. He is like a lightning rod directing the spiritual energy down into the earth. He is making energy tangible. He doesn't just think about making things happen, he actually makes them happen. We see similar hand positions in Temperance, which is card number 6, where she's holding a sword up with her right hand and her left hand holds scales. We also see this position in the Devil card, which is number 15, although it looks a whole lot more ominous here. The wand is white. Unlike the Fool, who has a dark wand that represented the unconscious, the Magician's wand is white. He is fully aware of what he was doing. Note that his wand has 2 ends. It shows how the 2 poles can become one. This represents how we can separate things and then recombine them in a new way. We see similar double-sided wands in the World card, which is number 21. The infinity loop above his head is called a lemniscate, and it means infinite potential. You will also see this symbol again in the Strength card, which is number 8. The Magician is wearing a white tunic and a red robe. The white robe signifies a purity of intention, new beginnings, and innocence. The red mantle or cloak can represent love, energy, and passion. It can also represent rage. So watch out if the Magician gets mad. The belt is a snake biting its own tail. This represents the cyclical nature of energy and infinity, including birth and death. Snakes also shed their skin, which is a symbol for getting rid of what is no longer needed. His white headband covers his third eye, indicating that he has the ability to direct his visions. Being a magician takes a lot of focus. You can't do magic with a wandering mind. He stands behind a wooden table, which grounds his wishes and abilities and gives him a sacred space on which to work his magic. This shows he is in possession of all he needs to create his desires from. The table shows that he has all of the resources he needs. You can see the pentacles, which represent the material world, finances, and physical body. The cup represents intuition, emotions, and empathy. The sword represents logic and communication, and the wand represents passion and action. He is standing in a garden of red and white roses and lilies. Red is connected to the masculine, and white is connected to the feminine. Red roses represent love and passion, and white roses represent purity and forgiveness. We also see lilies that represent purity and rebirth, which is why we see lilies at funerals. When this card appears in an upright position, It could mean that you have the skills and the tools you need. All you need to do now is step into your power. It can mean that it's time to connect with spirit and to use your energy and passion to make your dreams come true. It can mean that you can create the world that you live in, that it's time to make use of all your opportunities. And this card also represents people who have strong intuition. So you might be a healer, a psychic, or an entrepreneur. So here's an example from my life. Public speaking, I think, is the closest that I feel like I'm actually making magic. I get on stage and it's almost like spirit takes over my body. It is a sense of standing in my power, and it just feels like everything comes together. It's a time of being super focused on the audience and what I'm doing. So I'm not thinking about the fact that I've run out of laundry soap or it's time for an oil change on my car. It makes me feel powerful. As an aside, I don't have this experience making YouTube videos, and that's probably because I'm doing it in my house, so there's no live audience and there's a heck of a lot more distractions. When the magician appears in a reversed position, it could be about magic being used in a negative way to manipulate you, or by you trying to manipulate others. So you are either being deceived or manipulated, or you are deceiving other people. It could mean that you are just letting things happen, but you're not putting any effort into creating your life. So I have a childhood friend who had no idea what she wanted to do with her life, so she didn't go to college. She took the first job she was offered in a factory in the small town we grew up in. Last year, she retired from the same place. She always seemed very happy, or at least she did on Facebook, but it was not a life created with intention. She just sort of fell into it. It could mean that you're not using your skills or your tools, or you are unaware of what you want to do. When the magician card is reversed, it could also mean it's time to clear out thoughts or things that you're doing that are no longer helping you, or that you are not connecting with spirit. So from my own life, an example of the magician reversed makes me think of people who are scammers. I don't know how many robocalls I get every year alerting me to the fact that someone has just purchased an iPad on my Amazon account. But the scammers are really getting more sophisticated and super annoying. So here are 5 ways that you can connect with the magician on a personal level. First of all, ask yourself, are you connected with spirit? And are you using this connection to your benefit? Number 2, are you on the right path in life? Are you living up to your full potential? Number 3, how are you directing your energy? Are you spending it watching TV all day? Is there something you need to give up, like the snake who is shedding its skin? Number 4, what can you do to manifest your dreams? Do you have a sacred space to ground you while you are making your wishes come true? Are you making good use of your tools? And finally, number 5, are you deceiving someone? Or do you feel like you are being deceived? I'd love to hear what you think and have you post answers to these questions in the comments below. And stay tuned for our next video, which is card number 2, the High Priestess.